Hello everybody and welcome to another 80% speedrunning tutorial. My name is DarkRain0 and today we're going to learn Halo Infinite 80% Easy. Most of the tips and tricks here can be applied to easy or legendary, or just to impress your friends. This series is going to be split into multiple parts, each detailing a different mission and maybe a few dedicated to certain tricks. This particular video is for Warship Gbraakon, so let's get started.
Yes! 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 We're going home!
The beginning part of this mission is fairly straightforward. You'll want to grapple jump up here, cross this small gap, and then jump up to this ledge. We will skip that moving ledge by jump grappling up to the ceiling. Then you'll want to turn around and grab this coil. Then you'll want to throw it at this group of grunts. I know you can't see them, but there are two there. You'll want to make sure you kill those, and then you'll want to, when you jump down, kill this grunt here. The reason why we do that is these three grunts are responsible for the door opening. This grunt does not matter, so do not worry about him.
I'll figure something out.
Once the door opens up, you want to grapple slide into it and skip the cutscene. Once we are in this section, you are pretty much free to move however you wish. The fastest movement techniques are grapple sliding and slingshotting yourself. So find a series of them that work for you.
He was looking for something.
Once we are in this area, you'll want to grapple slide and then immediately jump across this gap. Once we hit this gap here, there is an elevator that comes down this shaft that holds two brutes. This is on a timer. It's 20 seconds from the time you land on this platform. So you have 20 seconds to run around, kill these jackals however you please. I prefer to punch them, as their shields are a pain in the butt to deal with our current weapons. Then you'll want to grab a coil and throw it at the brutes that are leaving the elevator. Make sure you kill the last one, as the coil usually only kills one of them for whatever reason. Alternatively, you can use two coils here. Throw one up against, well, don't throw it. Lay one against the door and then turn around and grab one and throw it. You'll typically have plenty of time, so I wouldn't worry too much. But just make sure you kill both brutes, otherwise you'll have issues. Then you'll want to come out this door, immediately grapple, and wait on this door to open. Try to slide under it, as it is slightly faster. You want to go this particular direction. Jump up here, grab onto the ceiling. You want to go to this door. This door is the door that we come back out of if you was to do this mission normally. But for some reason, if you knock on the door politely a couple of times, up to 4 depending, it will just open for you. It'll also open a little weird, so let's see what that looks like. So it looks like it's a big void of space. Don't worry about that. That's fine. Typically, you'll always hit the loading trigger. I have been able to get through the door and not hit a loading trigger, but it's only happened once. So typically you're fine. You'll hit the loading trigger and you'll see the hallway load in. Once you get into the loaded in hallway, you'll want to make sure you grab that coil. You'll then want to drop it here, give or take, again, wherever you're comfortable with it. The reason why we do that is we will need this coil later, and if you leave it in that hallway, it will blow up. You do have a half a second to grab it from that spot if you're good and quick, but it's easier just to pick it up and move it a little bit so it doesn't explode. Then you'll want to continue down this hallway using a series of movement techniques. Grapple sliding is the best here. You'll want to then, once you get down to this point, you'll want to shoot this crate down. You want that battle rifle. You want to switch out your pistol for that battle rifle as your current weapon you will need later, or you have a potential use for. You don't have to have it. It's all preference, but I like to use it as it has a higher fire rate. Then you want to continue down this hall until you get to the loading trigger, which you'll turn around, and then you'll want to swing back, head back the exact same direction that you came from, and pick up your coil. You'll want to be careful here, as you can die from that explosion, as I have many times, as I'm too fast or too slow, depending. Make sure you pick up your companion coil as you need it. Your movement with the coil is limited, so try to carry the coil as little as possible when you can. That's the reason why we drop it there, so we don't have to carry it all the way. Once we get this elevator to fall, you'll want to grapple toward the door, and then you'll want to set up. You'll want to be facing this direction. You'll want to throw the coil against that small angular section. Try to get it facing straight up. You'll want to look down and run into the coil, jump, and then you'll want to grapple. So it should look something like this. So what we just did there is called a coil launch, and it'll give you enough speed to get across the gap, and you'll smack into the wall. In this particular instance, we did not, because our angle was slightly off. You'll just have to play around with that until you find the exact angle that you want. We ended up in one of these boxes here. You'll see what I mean. As you can see, we was just a little too high, but it's okay. It doesn't lose that much time when you do that. Then you'll want to make sure that you land on that platform, not that one, but this one, because this one has a trigger to open that door, and then you'll want to finish the level as normal. If everything is done correctly and within a reasonable amount of, skill, this should take you about 6 minutes or less to complete. And then, unfortunately, we have not found a way to skip this cutscene yet, so enjoy the cutscene. When you split your time, would be at the black screen on the end of this mission. If you liked the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future video notifications. There will be more of these coming out soon, hopefully within the next week or so. Thank you for watching, and as always, may all your splits be gold and your RNG be perfect.
Where are you? The Pelican's surrounded. Oh God, they're trying to get in. On my way. Where are you? The Pelican's surrounded. Oh God, they're trying to get in. On my way. The Pelican's surrounded. Oh God, they're trying to get in. Yes! Yes!